So we are back. So let me check the streaming for a second. Yeah, it seems it works. So we are back, and last thing we said last day was to try all of this to see if it worked. Yes, it works. So I have managed to build everything here, but I have not tested the official build release. So I have done this test being offline, and I have done more stuff. And so now I should be able to go back into the servers thanks to the usual command, which is running this in the repo. So the repo is here. Yeah, that's right. So I run this command, and now I have this stuff with has been built, and the next thing we want to do is to build. We want to build. So we have all of this, but we want to have the official release here. So let's take a look at it. So official release, it's going to run Super Grub Meta Rescue, Super Grub source code, Super Grub old zip file, Super Grub sections in one file, and Super Grub release news. So we are going to run each of them one after another, and we are going to check if everything works okay, or if we are missing any package while building the image, the Docker image. So the next thing is Super Grub source code. So that means, we might do a make file, isn't it? So that it does all of this. So the source code. So this is going to use heat. This is going to generate file name hashes thanks to something. Super group common, apparently. Yeah, so then we've got this build source code that should be fine in supergroup mk common. So supergroup mk common, I should take a look at what the hell uses supergroup hashes, which this is these commands. So let's check if these commands are found or not in the Docker, because if we don't find them, that means that. So this seems to work. Yeah. What about the other ones? Yeah. And what about this one? Okay, so this should work okay. Then the other thing that this does is running build source code. So this, okay, build source code is up here. So we should be okay with build source code. I mean, with official release. So I'm going just to run this and see if it works as expected. Yeah, I should run this from supergroup build, isn't it? Yeah. That's right. So now if we take a look, here we should have extra images, which is the source code. So if we take a look, and these files are from today. So we've got the source code and the cha stuff. Okay, cha stuff. So next thing that we want to test is supergroup all zip file. Okay, so supergroup all zip file. Let's open it so that we can check. So let's see what happens here. So supergroup all file just runs zip with this directory, and yeah. All build zip file name base name. Okay, I guess I'm not sure, but I guess this is right. So we need to have the zip command, and I am not sure that zip command is found here. Let me check. Yes, it's found here. So I guess I can just run this command, which is supergroup all zip file. Supergroup all zip file. We could make this as quiet, but supergroup checksums in one file. Let's open this script. 1 second. Okay, so I am back with sound and everything. So I've been checking everything here, and I think you can also run this command here, which is the one about generating the news releases, because this is just, I mean, unit set. Let's see if this, okay, this set already sits here, but the problem is that I need this needs to be output into news releases. So we use the news releases um, in the host system. So that means that news releases has to be mapped from the host system. So this is the host system, and so we already have releases to be mapped inside. Then we have new releases which has to be mapped. Okay. So this needs to be done with the documentation for this, which should be development, if I'm not mistaken. So this development stuff we need to do something like this. So this needs to be added here. So this is going to be news releases and news releases. Okay, so now I copy and I copy here. News releases and news releases. Okay. Okay, so now we are done, I guess. I guess that I can exit here and I can come back, then run all of this stuff. Yeah, because this has not been saved, so I lose it. So I should be able to run. I mean, let's see. So I should be able to build everything here. If I build this again. Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure if I want to build everything from here. Okay, so now I should be able to run this, and okay, let me check. Now I should be able to run the rest of the stuff from the Super Grub official release, which is source code, Super Grub old zip file, wondering, is this going to zip, which we had before, or not? No, I guess it's in another directory. So we have the check sections in one file, and then we have the Super Grub releases news. So if you take a look at the host, wait a second. You can check news releases, and we don't have anything about 2.06. So now, if I run this from the Docker image, there is some changes. I mean, there are no changes, but maybe downloads. That's it. So we would have everything from here. Okay. So this is nice. Okay, so let me check all of this. Yeah. So this is hit at development. We say Docker, make sure to also expose news releases to the host system. So one thing I should try to do is yeah, I mean, it's building this, and yeah, okay, so let me check. So I want to have a Docker automatic. So let me check. Manual builder, Docker file. So yeah, so if I want to expose anything, that means, wait a second. Yeah, I mean, so I'm not so sure about this. So here we have this stuff, which is Docker file. So what we want to do is just run this command when it works. Okay, let me check how the hell does the super only office builder. So in only offer we have this builder, which is, I'm not sure if this is the right thing. So build tools, okay. So here in build tools we have this Docker file, which builds everything. So that means that CMD is not run when, okay, let me check what the hell is CMD. Maybe that's the thing that we want to do. CMD. There can only be one CMD instruction in the Docker file. The main purpose of a CMD is to provide defaults for an executing container. These defaults can include an executable, or in which case you mustn't specify an enter point instruction at one. If CMD is used to provide default arguments for the entry point, the CMD and entry point should be specified with JSON. Okay. Okay, let me check what are the instructions. So apparently you want just to run automate, and so this is docker build, and then you run it. Because right now this manual builder does not build anything. So that's docker run. So my question is, I am using docker run yet, and so I'm not sure if I want another automated, maybe I won't. I'm not sure about that. So I think CMD is only used yeah. I see run command is only used when you run stuff, not when. But this explanation is defaults for an executing container. Okay, let me check if I can do something with this. So what you want to do is to use something like that. Automatic builder. So the automatic builder, the automatic builder, what you want to do here is have a CMD and say that this is the official release, which is official release, isn't it? So this is the idea, Super Grub release. So let me check. So what you want to do is to have so development install alternative. So this is development, okay. So this is going to be Docker automatic build. Docker automatic build. So the first thing you want to have is this is stuff about like this. And then we just use the automatic builder. So the first command we want to run is the one about creating the Docker file. So this is Super Grub automatic builder, and this is the automatic builder. And so the next command that we want to run is this one. But as you may know, is Super Grub repo. Manual automatic. So that means that, yeah. So let's see what happens with this stuff. So what you want to do, I could add this, I guess, in diff automatic build. Okay, so we have 2 more intros than expected. Let's remove them, see what happens now. So let's add this let me see here. Automatic build for Docker. So if this does not work as expected, I will what's the name? If this does not work as expected, I am going to if this does not work as expected, I will edit the commit. That's right. Wait a moment. I haven't done anything here. The automatic one should have a CMD, isn't it? Okay, I already have this CMD, so let's see what happens. So now we should wait and wait. So here we have the other one, which we might want to take a look where the hell the changes come from. But yeah. So we have this release changes. Wait a second. Changes. Why aren't we running this from here? Super Grub release changes into something. Install. Okay, let me check. Yeah, so I guess this this needs to run manually, because otherwise it does not make sense. So we have this install file, which it's already built here. So yeah, so once you do the supergroup official release, you add this tag, and then once you have the tag, you can release changes here, so that you have this new stuff. So I guess we can add the tag before running this, but I mean, yeah. I should be running this manually. Okay, so in one place we have this manual build. Okay. So CMD Supergroup official release. What? Remove an intermediate container. What the hell? I do not understand anything. So do we have this? No, this is the old. This is not the one we have just built here. So I'm not sure. Maybe the CMD is ignored. You know what I mean? Maybe this is ignored when you run it, because we should be seeing something and we don't see anything. So the next thing that we want to run is you want to run this privileged here with the automatic builder, and we want everything in its place. Let's see what happens. Okay, let me check. Take a look at this. Group MQ rescue binary cannot run. This is not okay. So the automatic build uses Supergroup official release, which runs Supergroup meta rescue, and this should build everything, or don't it? Okay, let me check the development file. So the development file, so if I run this manually, wait a second, install. Okay, let me check. This should be easier to do. So so I had these nodes. So the node said you use this, you do this, then you do all of this. So this needs to be done in one go, I guess. Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do here, and we are not doing this. So yeah, so this needs to go into the Docker, the automatic Docker one, which should be here, I guess. So this is what one wants to do. with this automatic stuff. So you want to, I mean, not this one, because this is not obvious that it's going to work. Then you've got this. So this is what you want to use. So yeah. So I guess I can run this again. And here I can just add this automatic build and just amend. Okay. So now once this has been built, we will just so the automatic build lacks the changes, but it's quite useful to understand what's the I mean, yeah. We could read changes from an environment variable, so that we have everything in one place. Okay, let's see if it does not take too much. So far these files are from 23. Okay, these are the new files, but as you can see, these files are not so good. I mean, that's because we are missing stuff here. So this is a clone. Now we should have this CMD, which is just saving it there. And now I should be able to run this and see what happens with this CMD. So this is going to be build 1, build 2, build 3, build 5, and then just release everything. This is going to be the automatic build. Yeah, we should try to make this without anything. I mean, okay, let's see what happens here. The meanwhile, I'm going to open GT here and see what the hell do we do with all of these changes. I might squash them into one stuff here. So at this place, we have a branch, new branch, which is Docker new development env. We have a lot of stuff here. Maybe the only thing that we do is bumping the version so that it's 2.0.6. And other than this, these are Docker improvements that we should save. So that we have only one commit that puts everything from this in one commit. So yeah. So I'm not sure if I can modify my directory while this is being built, because this is no. This depends on a group which it has already cloned. So maybe we should check for running this with the old version so that everything gets done in one go. Yeah. So that way we have these changes. So let me check. So what I want to run is, so this readme. Let me check. So we have this install. Maybe it's the readme. No, this is the readme. Wasn't it a readme somewhere here? Let me check this readme. No, so then it's the install one. It's the one I want to read. Install. So install. So this is the thing that we want to run, which is just so let me check parameter, docker parameter, command line arguments. Probably it's best to use environment. Yes, environment variables. Yeah, I mean docker environment. Okay, let me check. Yeah, okay, environment variables. Compose file. No, I mean I want to use a Docker file. Trending sort. What the hell? CMD arg. If you use CMD string approach, though, it's possible that Control-C will stop working when you run Docker because the shit. My CMD. Okay, I want to use arg, but you need to tell me how do I define this. Okay, take a look at this. Env from OPT. Try CMD echo or CMD. CMD echo home. (2017). Entry point, rush, are back. I mean, let me check how this is used here. So I want an argument to, so Docker file argument arg instruction. Okay, let me see if arg is what I'm looking for. So this reads greet, then you can use it down here. And then arg demo bash arg demo. Okay, here it is. Overriding the default value of arg. Build arg. Greet world. You cannot run the container pin, then you will see the updated message. Greet world. Okay, so build arg. So what you want to do is just using here dollar something. Okay, so dollar something. So the idea is to have this. So the idea is once everything works, I want to do this with an automatic install. Okay. So I want to use this as an argument. So the place where I want to put the stuff, it's somehow here. Okay, so let me check. So the automatic builder something. So what you want to do here is just to run this. Wait a second. You can use the value. So R. So the idea is to have here R previous version, and this can be something like that, I guess. I think this is on the hit tag. Okay, so it's there, .0 for S1. So the idea is that you use it here. Then you can say that I want to write changes. And I want to write changes thanks to the command Super Grub release changes. Question, yeah, so Super Grub release changes, which is here. And then I want to use this dollar stuff, which is previous version. Okay. So previous version is here. So the way of fixing this, to have the right documentation, is to take a look at the install. So what you want to do here is to have an argument which should be, let me check, build arg. Why would we have build arg? Docker build along with the build command. Okay, so it's not here. It's when you build this. So you want to have this build arg previous version 2.0 something. Yeah. Let me check. So this is building stuff. So now automatic build. Okay, so I'm going to just install automatic builder. Yeah, and so now I just commit command. So I want to test this new way of building stuff. So right now this is working with the default automatic build system. And so the way I will be able to test this is just running this. And so the difference, this is going to be Super Grub automatic builder test 2. Okay, so we have this arg previous version and everything is going to run here. So the idea is that this is going to work, that you can run this in one go, and this is going to work in so I'm not sure if this is, I mean, I have used the same I have used the same tag as before, so I should have used another tag. Yeah, that's right. I should have used another tag for this. Okay, so this is the first build and this is the automatic one, which should work with maybe this one. Okay, let me check. I will remove all of this. This is going to work from 2.04 beta 2. That way we can check if we can use this or not. Okay. Yeah, so we have built this version. So I think that the next thing we want to do is to um, so let me write here so that I can know what. Yeah, so what we want to do is rearrange Docker stuff into a single commit. Put the new version 1, new version tag. Put the new version tag. No, let's put put the new version commit, the last one. Add the tag for the new version, then run the automatic build. So in the main world, what I want to this new version, so I want to disable April Fool's Day being automatic, move it to MISC options, or just remove it. I mean, yeah, so I want to, yeah. New version commit, which this should be 2s. This 20 is 1, to the new version commit, and then so add the tag for the next one, run automatic build. Then it's just release. So we can release and then start development to work on secure boot. That's what we are missing to work with secure boot. Yeah. So right now this is building some stuff. So this is the original build one because I am not running anything. And this is taking a long time to build everything, I guess. Yeah. So this was in another server in order to test this. Yeah, man. So I'm waiting for this to build because this is the first build, isn't it? Yeah, I think this is the first build. Yeah. So I am waiting for this to work as expected. And then I will do the GIT stuff so that it works. So this should be quite easy to do. Man, I have this commit. Yeah, but this is a commit from. The only thing that I do not understand is why this is working with group build config if this is set in Docker ignore, isn't it? I mean, in git ignore, group build config. Okay, this is not there. Group build config. Group build. Sorry. Group build config. Okay, that's nice. Super group build config example. What the hell is this? Super group build config sample. Okay, so this is if you want to use the distros path group instead the super group does build one. Yeah. I mean, we will see what we do in the secure boot stuff. Okay. Yeah, we have an error because we cannot open deploy 13 P1. Why is that? We don't know. I mean, there should not be. Maybe this is open from the other Docker. Maybe not. I mean, so this is not the right build because I mean, so Supergroup Automatic has done a lot of stuff. Here. So now if we take a look, where the hell are you? So if you take a look here, you will see that we have just done all of these files. So this means that the automatic builder is doing stuff properly. So let's see what happens with this other automatic builder. Yeah, so this seems to work, but I mean, too much stuff here. Okay, I'm coming back later. Okay, so this has built the image, and so we want to run this too, so that we check that this is working as expected. So this is Super Group Builder test 2. See what happens. So I'm going to check in my other screen what happens with all of this loop stuff. So we have loop 13 with 2 partitions, so somehow the loop files are not unmounted. Why is that? I do not know. So maybe we should lose the tab minus the loop 13. I mean, why? I mean, when you build this, which is the Super Group Meta MK Rescue, you just run this Super Group MK USB, and this should have loosen tab. I mean, not this one, but this one here. Let me check. So here we should have this thing. Okay, so here. So this is interesting that we have this GPT image, but we use the MBR one. But my idea is that once we have this file and stuff, this should be removed, isn't it? I mean, for the flush, load attach. Okay, so this load attach, which is here, just yeah, lose tab. Yes, this should be detached. So I'm not sure why it does not detach. So the other thing we can check is these new files here. So we should have new files from the last build. I mean, I guess all these ones. So this is where building in the Docker test 2 stuff. So now it has everything in place, and now I can play with the JIT. So right now we have this stuff. This is okay. So let me push this into GitHub. Okay. So now I'm going to play here. So what I want to do is hit checkout main. I mean master. I think the main branch is master. So yeah, that's true, master. So what we want to do is master. We want a new branch, which is Docker. Docker new development. Docker new development env version 2. So that means that I can cherry pick all of the new Docker stuff. Then I can squash it into a single one commit, and I can just bump the version to something else. Automatic build for Docker. So yeah. So I think I want everything to be in one place, then squeeze it, squash it, and that's what I'm going to do. So this is going to be using a lot of cherry pick stuff. So I'm wondering if I can cherry pick many of them. Mantic cherry pick. Apply the changes. So yeah, I can cherry pick many of them. Yeah. Master next. Yeah, so maybe I can say cherry pick from master to Docker new development env. See what happens. Nice. So now I have all of this stuff in the new development. And now I can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14. Okay, so I can 14 cherry pick the base. Okay, so what I want to do is just so yeah, I want to pick this. I want to put this here. And then I want just to squash all of this into a single commit. Okay. Now we should so this is Docker new build system based on Docker. So what we want to do is to the permissions in the developer, add build dependencies. Group build config switch to Grub2 Disk 06 version. Wait a second. That's not what I want to do. Oh my god. Wait a moment. Yeah, bean. Yeah. We will have to switch to... I mean, this is not what I wanted to do. So let's start again. Okay, so now let's do this properly. So this needs to be at the end, and this needs to be at the end, and everything else we can squash. And then we will be able to merge from the main branch, if I'm not mistaken. So we want to squash everything here. Okay, so now we want to say new Docker build system. New Docker build system. And yeah, so everything needs to be commented here. So works with UAD by default. It needs to be run with privileges, and yeah, both Dockerfile for manual build, Dockerfile for automatic build. Okay, so now if I'm able to command all of this, maybe I can just remove all of this in one go. Yeah, that's right. And now I think I can remove the one Docker new. Let me see if I can. Docker new 2. Okay, so now if I take a look version here, we have master, the new Docker build system, which it's going to modify a lot of stuff. So we have the Docker development stuff, we have the installations. Okay, we have the automatic build Docker file with everything that's needed here. We've got this manual builder, and we've got the Super Grub MK command with that has this fix so that it can be built inside the Docker stuff. Yeah. So then we have this switch to something, and then this switch to something. So from now on, we should be able to use this from master. Okay. So the so what you want to do is check the master, and you want to merge Docker new development env v3, and this is fast forward, and this is nice. So I can say that I push this to origin. So I can say that I push this into origin master. Maybe we should just, I'm not sure I have to wait for this to be built, to actually be built. I think I can just attack. So I will remove any loop. Okay, there is no loop. So let me check. So what you want to do is to just have attack. So the way you want this to be built is from the install. So it's just using the automatic build. So you have the Docker, and then you just use the automatic build. Okay. So let me check what is the last beta. So the last beta, last tag is this one, I guess. So this is what we want to use. So the way of doing it, so it's that we first run this stuff. So this is going to overwrite. Not here. We want to run this in the next. So we want this to be S2 beta 2, if I'm not mistaken. S2 beta 2. Wait a second. That's not what I wanted to do. So this is the previous version, which we are going to copy and paste. So first step. Okay, so it seems that the cache is going to help a little bit, not too much. Okay. And then the new command that we need to run is the other one. Cloning into Super Grub build. So I am tempted, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to remove this directory into releases, and I'm going to remove also the new releases stuff, which is not this one, new releases. So we have this one, and there should be one about changes. No, we have not run changes yet. Changes 2.6. It's not here. Wait a moment. I haven't created the tag. Okay, so this is the build one. Okay, let me remove this. So this is 6161. Yeah, that's right. So if I'm not mistaken, this is going to use the local repo to do this difference. This is not going to go into the internet to work. So this, as I'm not super group release changes, it should log. So this should work as expected without the need of pushing stuff into the internet. Okay, so we have the build one, which is based on 2.0 S2 beta 2. And now we should run when it finishes. We will run the other one, and as I said, as I have removed releases, we should have everything new, and maybe it works as expected. If it does not work as expected, we will fix something, and we will have to create the tag again. So here's there is this another to do: push the tag online. But well, I mean, okay. So now we have this build, and so the automatic builder should work like this, and so we do it like this. So this is the clone that goes from one directory to another one. I mean, no, this is the one from. Okay, this is the one that says previous version. I'm not sure if I have pushed the. I mean, I think I have not pushed the Docker new development branch, which, I mean, yeah, not this one, this other one. Everything up to date. Okay, nice. So we want to push the tag line. Yeah. Okay. So I'm waiting for this to build. Okay, so this is building, so we need 3 or 4 more. So let's wait. I'm going to mute myself while this builds. Okay, so while this is being built inside the Docker container, I should be able to work the main um, master branch and work on um, April Fool's Day stuff, which I wanted to fix. So what I want to do is to remove April Fool's Day, which I think there might be a bug for this from someone that complains, but I'm not sure about this. April Fools. Yeah, maybe I close this. Let me check. Yeah, I think I have the pull request to remove this. Don't I? Skip FMB menu is missing. Yeah, I mean, anyway. So let's see how the hell was this task done. So we have the menus, then we have this AVD message and all of this. So the menu starts with group CFG, and so it just runs one thing or another one, depending on if this is true or not. So what we want to do is just config file into mm, the main directory. That's what we want to do. Yeah, mean. And this is going to be the easiest way of doing this. AFD directory is the config directory, which has this AFD 12 with the message, which is here. Okay. So I'm not sure if I'm going to remove all of this. Mean, I think I want it to be here as an additional option that we run manually. Maybe I just remove it. I mean, why will you have a miss option, which is the one for pin? That's the question. Why would you have a MISC option for this in order to run this April Fools? I don't think this is needed. So what you want to do is just remove this. We want to run this line, and we want to remove this line. So the next thing that we want to do is to remove the menus here. I guess menus. Yeah, we want to remove the menus, which are these two ones. And the question is, I had something that linked to this AFD stuff. Main CFG exit held remove return. What the hell is this return? Okay, yeah, so this is, so that return is return to the main menu, always the same thing. So I'm not sure, because I remember there was something about AFD, but I'm not sure what the hell is this. I mean, something that doesn't have anything to do with. Ensure SGD directory is set in main CFG or AFD. The way, if a group two base into one of them should work, suspect it. Okay, so this, I guess I fixed this. Okay, so now I should be able to remove this stuff. So let me check. So should be able to remove this, and we can say that this is removed. We can say that this is modified. Now we have all of this, which is April Fool's Day prank was removed. Okay. Yeah, this is a pity. So this is going to build this stuff, and so I guess I will want to have the tag, which is the this takes a lot of time, but this makes sense because this is the automatic build. But yeah, so this is tag, which is like this. So the next thing that we want to do is to modify the version CFG that we have somewhere. So we have this group build config. This needs to be like this. This is okay. And so what we want to have is, okay, let me check Savannah group hit. Okay. So refs branch tag. Okay. So we have this tag. Yeah, 30 months ago. Nice, I guess. So, where are you? So this is building, and I want this tag, but for this tag, I want to use something else, which is modifying. Let me check. I want to modify group build group. Wait a second. Menus, SGD version. which is the file that's it's used for the. So this is going mean to S2. So this is going to be beta 2. Okay, apparently STD has closed without. So this is S1 beta 2. Okay, I guess that's okay. Oh, wait a moment. Then the tag is not the right one. So as you can see here, we have this copyright version. So this means that this is not working as expected. So we need to know how the hell to build this. So the first thing I want to do is to remove this tag. So I'm not sure if it was something like that. So maybe delete. Yeah. So what we want to have is the S2 tag. But yeah, so first here we have this April take from Frank was removed. We want to bump the version so that it's beta 2. Okay, and we need to fix this for the Docker. So I knew that this was going to have a problem here. So what I want is Docker file run R. How the hell do you do this? How do you overwrite the R instruction? So this is the build. This is the build R. That's right, but I want to overwrite it. Okay, so this is what I want to do. Docker file arg substitution is string with run command or something. Docker then expand arg value in the run command. Incentive as an environment variable. Okay. The arg is with resolved with double quotes. Being Docker R. We are missing something because I want to use R in Docker run. Docker with the env is taken. So okay, let me check. Docker run environment variables. Okay. So we have this env set environment variables. That's what I want to use. Env something. So let me check. Env bar one value. Yeah, that's what I want to use. So let me check. So I don't want to build this here. So let's remove this. Then we can say something like install readme something. Install. And I guess we can use this here. Previous version is 2.01s, and that's what we want to do. So now I should be able to run this, and it should work as expected. I mean, it's going to take a long time to build, but it should work as expected. And we want to use here 2.04 S2 beta 2, if I'm not mistaken, and 2.ES2 beta 2. Yeah. So this has taken, this has all the stuff. So the only thing that, and it also has the tag. Not the tag, but now it should work. Somehow it should work as expected. So what we want to do here is to add install and the automatic build config field. So this is Docker. Use previous version. Previous as the environment variable when the Docker is run. Okay. So now we have another version, which is beta 2, and this is what we want to have here. So we want to say that we bump version to from S1 to beta 2, and then if this builds as expected, what we want, I'm going to cancel this because otherwise it's doing the work twice. So what we want to do is add a new tag. So what I want to add here is to add S1 beta 2, which is S1 beta 2. Okay. And usually what we want also to do when you do some stuff to, Super Group. Okay, so be able to build GPT-based images, because someone wanted GPT-based images, but I'm not sure I'm using them. It's easier to read long. Okay, maybe we should write all of this in. Yeah, this is what the releases change does, but yeah. So let me write all of this in a new file. And see what can I do with this, because we should already have. I want sort of a change log to this file. Okay, so this is another commit. Now let's see. So yeah, so this is the version that we want to replace. April full day Sprunk was removed. Switch to Grub2 version, Grub2. New Docker build system. Okay. Now we have indentation. What's normal? Indentation was normalized. And handle and level properly. Okay. I didn't remove this. Didn't remember about this. This is not. Make sure CFG file does not have execution bit. This is not something that it's relevant. So I will just use show when opens with the state. Okay. I mean, maybe. Show when each menu is built with its state. Fixes 44. What the hell is this? Fixes 44. I mean, 44. Show progress. Since it takes several minutes for SGD to detect the boot methods on one of my netbooks, I like the bit reassurance that it's not just frozen. Could you print before each step the current time and what SGD is going to try to do next? Once I get used to what the steps usually are, then I don't estimate how much time I go to priority. Okay, so here we have this stuff. Build, started at, build, ended at. Okay, I guess this is nice. I didn't remove. Nice. I mean, is built with its state. Okay. Accepts an auto ISO. Does not need. Okay, I will remove this about auto ISO. We just want this as like this. We will have something that we can use in the web page. Then we can work with more stuff. So this is one thing. I mean, maybe we want all of them in one place. Longer ISO names are easier to read. Yeah, that's easier to understand. So now this means that I can commit amend this one about the new version so that I have all the stuff here. Okay. And now I can add this tag and I can build this stuff here. And wait a moment. I want to remove uh, changes. I want to remove this downloads file, and I want to remove this directory, and we will build all of this here and see what happens. So now everything is prepared. So this needs push main and tag. So this is when it builds without any problem, which we should check. And then we will have to publish this somewhere, somehow. Oh, wait a second. Okay, so then the command that needs to be run is this one, which has the env variable. It's what I wanted to use from the start. And if this works, then everything is okay. I mean, so 2 hours, 2 hours stream. Nobody is in the chat. So we still need to work on secure boot. I mean, but the nice thing here is that I can once this is built, I can make another branch, work on secure boot, and see what happens. But yeah, so I'm going. I think I'm going. I'm going to end. I mean, I'm going to run this other command, which is here. Okay, it's here, and the version is the 2.1. This one, env. So this is going to build the stuff once again. And I am quite confident that this is going to work, and I should have the loads at the changes. Then once we have this, it's just a matter of just pushing the main tag, I mean the master and the tag, so that everything gets in place, and we can publish this. So yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I'm going to end the stream here, and if you see another version in Super Grub2 Disk webpage, it means that I have managed to build everything properly, and it's just a matter of taking the file from releases and taking the file from new releases, so that it's easier for me to write the what's the name, to write the releases, unless I have something. I mean, these newest releases had somehow, I mean, it had this thing about the all the UFI. So maybe I'm mixing some multi-arch. Okay. Maybe this is the right thing to have. Okay, so now I should be able to. I mean, I'm going to stop the streaming, and you might have another part which is Secure Boot Approach 6, where I try to figure out how to work with Secure Boot so that it works. Okay, but currently I want to release this 2.06 version, see what happens. I mean, yeah, that's the idea. So let me stop this streaming. See you in the next day.